Hey there, how's it going? I'm in class of 2021. We are going over some questions for you guys. And the first one I want to address is Sean, Ironman Tulsa, and he's asking about two-a-day workouts. He specifically wanted to ask about order and the time in between those workouts that you should do. So the first thing I want to focus on is, yes, you'll probably have to do two-a-day workouts when you're training for a full Ironman race. Today's day and age, you're really probably not going to get away with doing a one workout per day and then doing long work on the weekends. But with that, I want to make sure that you're set up for success. So as always, if you've got a coach, check in with them with the intent of the workout and make sure that you're doing kind of what they're thinking you should be doing. And if you've got a plan, make sure that you're checking out the details of those workouts to make sure you're meeting with them. So order, I like to tell athletes, if you've got a super intense workout or you've got a workout with very specific metrics you want to meet, if you're doing a run and you want to do a certain pace, a certain time interval, you want to do a certain heart rate, or you want to do a certain power on the bike, do that one first. You're going to be the sharpest, the freshest, the most able to meet the metrics of that workout. It's a little bit more straightforward to meet zone 2 or an endurance type of workout later in the day when you're a little bit more fatigued and not as fresh. So do the intense one first, save the endurance or zone 2 for the second workout of the day. If they're both kind of an endurance workout, like a zone 2, a little bit more laid back, then the order isn't as crucial. So if you've got a bike and a run that day and they're both zone 2 and endurance or both 60 minutes, you got a little bit more flexibility, so you can go with your schedule. I don't necessarily prescribe, say, I always want to see the swim done first, or I always want to see the run done first. If it's a swim and a run, and then the run's a zone 2, you can do the swim first and do the run second. You can do the run first and the swim second. Whatever works best for you. But if you've got a very intense, very structured, threshold run or power interval bike workout, I would do that first and then do the next workout second. So again, check with the intent of the workout and your coach to see which they prefer you to do if you've got that. But worst case, do the most structured, most detailed workout first. As far as the time in between, if you've got intense workouts, that's probably when you need the most time in between. If you can't really escape doing 2 intense workouts in one day, or it could be an intense bike ride or intense run and a strength training workout. I like to see 2 to 3 hours in between, kind of get rested up and make sure that you have the ability to meet or try to meet the expectations of that second workout. I really don't like to see 2 intense workouts in one day, but if that's the case, 2 to 3 hours in between them. If they're both zone 2 and endurance workouts, you could do them as a brick if you wanted to. Again, coaches and plans will be specific, probably if they want you to do a brick, but if not, that's a good way to save a little bit of time. You can sandwich them right next to each other, do a bike and then a run, or run and swim, whatever you have access to. Saves you time to not have to do a cool down and a warm up necessarily in between workouts. I personally do a lot of my bike run days as a brick session early in the morning. So I do my bike and then I skip the cool down for 5 or 10 minutes and go right into my run. And then you do your cool down for the run, no warm up for the run. So it saves a little bit of time. It could be a good kind of a time hack, if you will, to sandwich them together and kind of do them back to back as a brick, even if they're not intended as a brick. If one of them is intense and the other one is more of a zone 2 and endurance type of workout, you could do them as a brick as well. So if you've got an intense run, you could do that on the treadmill first and then hit your bike workout. And you really don't take much time in between. You can use the bike workout as almost a cool down, so an extended cool down. So if you've got one intense workout or 2 kind of zone 2 and endurance type of workouts, you could do them on no rest if you really wanted to. So typically, like I said, a workout, a coach or a training plan will call them out as bricks. So make sure that you're meeting the intent of those workouts. So make sure that you're reading it right. Is one intense? Is one laid back? Do some pre-planning. Is your schedule going to allow this? So make sure that you're doing them in the right order and make sure you're putting the right time in between them based on the intensities of the workouts. I think that's going to be the key for you, Sean, when you do your 2-day workouts. Hopefully that gets you where you need to. If you got any more questions, put them in the comments and I'll address them later. Thanks. Bye.